Welcome, welcome, one and all. Now you might be wondering, why is this guy on the channel? He's not one of the 3 people that post here. Well, it's because I had nothing better to do and agreed to Daniel's proposal to be a part of this video project. So, I have to make up a topic to talk about because I was lazy and procrastinated doing this video until the day was supposed to be done. So I will be talking about the book we are currently reading in school right now, and we just finished today, The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde's book, The Importance of Being Earnest... Why am I repeating myself? I don't know. The brain does that. I don't know what to do. It's brain. Brain does things. Anyway. Moving on. The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde is a great book in my opinion because it's very funny. But the funny aspect of it is kind of hard to get on first read through, but when someone is reading it aloud and you can kind of hear the voice intonation, that's when it becomes really good. And that's the same with the movie. The movie by the same name, which is a really good adaptation because it keeps most of the lines while sort of messing with some of the timeline stuff, but that's made to make the book fit into a visual medium more effectively. And also the emotions the actor portray kind of give a template on how to imagine the characters, at least in my mind, because whenever I see a movie based on a book, that's how I will imagine the characters in the book forever. Anyway, moving on. The book has a lot of criticisms for Victorian society. And Victorian society was very uptight, even more uptight than American society is right now. And friends of mine will probably know this rant coming from a mile away, and so I will not discuss it on this video. That might be a future video topic for that exclusive barrelscaping session that will probably happen at the end of this video project. Anyway, I really like this book. The end. Roll credits. No, not really. But the only bad part about this book, in my opinion, is the Deus Ex Machina ending. And the ending is very, very cliche, but it works as it is a comedy. And then the Deus Ex Machina has a place in the comedy, because that makes sense. Because the comedy is just so absurd, and there are so many problems that let's just have this plot point come up, let's just have a god come up, and let's just solve this. And that has been the tradition for many, many, many years, as Deus Ex Machina literally means God from the machine. And in Greek plays, a person playing a god would be lowered onto the stage using a machine, and then they would solve the problems in the end. And this Deus Ex Machina is still a feature in literature, and usually in comedies, but in some really bad or some pretty good fiction as well, but the ending was kind of ruined by that. But I also like how I also like how Wilde makes it the most cliched ending of all time, where the book ends with the main character Jack literally saying, "And that is how I learned the importance of being earnest," which is the most roll credit scene that I've ever seen, and it was perfect. And I kind of really like it because it doesn't apologize for what it is. It's meant to be fun. It's really short. It's about maybe 100 pages max, and it's really nice. And I love the style of Oscar Wilde, and I might be actually reading more of his work because this stuff is really good and I love it. And I might be doing more comedy. I might be reading more comedy books in the future because I haven't been really doing that, and have been more settled into the drudgery, into the epic space cowboy adventures of fantasy and sci-fi. But the book is really good. I would give it an 8 out of 10. That's really nice. I went over my limit. This is just to spite you, Daniel. Ha!